Have you ever wondered how back then those old advertising campaigns last for a long period of time? Considering that at that time, marketers did not have the algorithms, the smart algorithms that we have right now that is targeting our ideal customer, or lots of data that they could take a look at. However, some marketers were able to craft some marketing campaigns that allowed them to make millions of dollars. Today, I want to present to you a marketing concept that I took from the old marketing campaigns and I applied to Facebook and Instagram ads, and that allowed me to get a stable 5x return on spend. So get ready, take a piece of paper because we will take lots of notes and let's get started. Now this concept basically is cure versus prevention. So we have to first of all understand what is the cure and what is the prevention. Let's start with the prevention. So when it comes to positioning your product, right, we can position in a way that one is either it's like preventing some kind of problems or it's actually solving some kind of pain points of your customer. So let's take a look at some examples from prevention. So here are some kind of headlines or copies that you could use when it comes to positioning your product as a prevention. So it could be something like how this product will prevent you from fat loss, or how to prevent heart attack, or how to never get acne on your face. So these are some examples when it comes to positioning right your product as a prevention. And as you know, like in marketing, positioning is everything. You can literally take the same product and position in different ways that will speak to different audiences, which this is something very powerful, and I really suggest doing that because in that case your business is much more scalable. Now let's take a look on the other hand, what is actually a cure. So when it comes to the cure, here are some examples, like get instant access to, feel confident immediately, let's say while wearing this product, while taking, I don't know, this kind of skincare routine, right? Or get rid of acne in a matter of days. Now, as you can see in these texts, that people could get like access to something that they are looking for in a very short period of time. And this is crucial because now marketplace is very noisy, meaning is that there are lots and lots of options for the customer, for the consumer to go and take it. That's why we have to be very competitive. And people now are pretty picky. They want to solve their problem and they want to solve their problem right now. They don't want to wait for like a lot of days and weeks. That's why if you position your product as a cure, it's important to make sure that you give them also some convenience. Now, here are some also creatives with positioning your product as a cure. So as you can see, like let's say for this ad, it starts with need a last minute gift, right? Treat them to a Gorgiana gift card to use online or in stores. Now the word itself, last minute, this is what is going to drive a potential customer to buy right now, because this copy is positioned in a way that kind of speaks to a potential customer who is looking to, like right now, to buy a gift card. And this is exactly what we're looking for, because when we could take a person and kind of make them buy just from the first touch point, that is going to decrease our costs. So that's why this positioning is so powerful. Let's take a look at another example. So here I highlighted this particular text, meaning you no longer have to pay up to thousands of dollars to go to a clinic once a week for 6 to 8 weeks and seeing almost. So what this ad copy does is solving a particular problem for our customer. Once they get this product, they don't need to go and thousands of dollars to a clinic. So it's saying exactly the solution of this problem. And by having this cure, people can justify the price. People can say, oh, now I can see actually the value of a product. You have to compare things in the marketing, because if you cannot put your product in such a way that you compare your product with different options that people could have on the marketplace, in that case, they will compare to whatever they could think about. And that comparison, actually, if you look from the marketer perspective or from the business owner perspective, is not very fair. Imagine that you are selling a pair of jeans and you know that your pair of jeans is made with like a super amazing fabric that people have never seen before, but they don't really know about that. And you put like a much higher price because of that fabric. So when people see that, they will compare like those pair of jeans with, I don't know, like a subscription for Netflix, whatever. And of course, that comparison is not fair. That's why it's important for you to make sure that you tell exactly with what kind of product they have to compare. In this case, the comparison is that you don't need to spend thousands of dollars to go to a clinic by having this product. Now, a question that you might have is, Archie, like, which positioning should I use for my business? So I definitely recommend is actually avoiding any kind of prevention positioning and focusing only on the cure positioning, because it's very hard to sell a prevention. It is much easier to sell a cure. Imagine that you have a product that is preventing people from getting headaches. I don't know if this product exists on the marketplace, but let's imagine that we have such a product and you are trying to go to a person who is healthy, right? And you say, you know what, like, by taking this product once a week, like, you'll never get headaches in your life. Now, on the other hand, let's say that you go to a person who has had like a headache for 1 week, and he's tried everything possible and he still has this headache and like he cannot think, he's super tired, and you're going to him and you are offering him a painkiller that is going to solve his problem in a matter of seconds. Which option do you think that person is going to take? That's correct, the second one, because we human beings, we take action usually when the problem hits, when we have that big pain point in our life. Otherwise, if it's something that is going to prevent us from getting at the point that we do not want, people will procrastinate. Like, if you go to ask any person, do you want to be fat? Most of them will say no. But are they doing things that are preventing them from getting fat? Well, most of people, they don't do that, even though they know that actually it's not good. That's why human nature is human nature, and you cannot deal with that. In marketing, the best approach is to sell a cure, because this is what people want, and this is what exactly you should pay attention to. However, one thing that I have to mention here is that when you position your product as a cure, it's important that you give them some kind of speed, right? You give them a kind of a painkiller, but also at the same time do not make it too magical, like a thing that will sound too good to be true, because also a lot of people, they are skeptical, so you have to keep that in mind. So find this balance between giving them the painkiller and giving them kind of the magical thing. Now, I know that some viewers will say that, oh Archie, but I'm selling clothing, I'm selling jewelry, it's something more like a lifestyle brand. I do not really solve a particular problem for my client. And that's not correct, because even within these niches, you still have problems. Let's say, for example, that within the jewelry space, some problems that your customer might have is not finding the right fit, or not knowing how to style that jewelry with what kind of outfit, or not knowing the ring size. So if you go and you kind of make proper customer research, you can still find out problems. But here's the thing, with lifestyle brands, I would recommend having an A/B split testing. One is having a pain point, and then you position your problem as a cure. And the second one is the end goal. And the end goal is going to kind of articulate that lifestyle that your customer would want to have. So at the end of the day, human nature is human nature. If they want the cure, let's sell them the cure. And there's nothing wrong with that, because you give them a better version of themselves by offering your product. So that was the difference between a cure and a prevention. And for now, that's it. And I gotta go, and keep up the good work.